Hey, what's up guys? Promo Guy1 here and welcome to the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League, and today we have the race of the week for week 4. Now, we didn't do one last week because there was just some stuff that happened and I was just not feeling up to commentating, and the winner of that race would have been the Cup Series race, which Lone won, so again I apologize to everybody that I was not able to commentate that race. And I mean, I might still go back and commentate some of these races like after the fact, maybe after the season. Nonetheless, we have the race of the week for week 4, and this is the first time all season that the Cup Series did not win the vote for best race of the week. So today we have the Blue Moon Beer 200 for the Oshkosh Heritage Series, and this is going to be a fun one because these cars are easily the fastest cars we have, the most horsepower, the most lethal to drive. Anybody will tell you that actually runs in this series. So yeah, and plus they're a little unique because we have just 2 total stages. So we have this first stage, and then we have the second stage, which whoever wins the second stage obviously wins the whole race. That's how that works. Car Freak on pole, Pudge in second. Looks like Swan is in third, Hud's in fourth. Then you got Draythick, Clone, and Down East in that order. That's your qualifying order. They're coming down the front straightaway here. We're about to go green for this race. Should be a good one. Here we go, down to the start-finish line. Green flag is out. We are racing at Blue Moon B. Heading off into this winding turn 1, which again, these cars have so much horsepower, sometimes it is really hard to get the brakes all the way down on that car and get them wound up. Car Freak gets a really good exit out of turn 1. Swan's going to move up to second. They were almost 3 wide in the back. Clone's going to get into the wall. That's going to send, it looks like Pudge sideways into the wall. That might bring out a yellow already. Pudge is still loose in the back, and yeah, that is a caution already. Alright, so with yellow already out, I'll give you a brief update on what happened in last week's races. So I do believe the 14 team won Winston and... what was last week? It was Blue Moon Speedway, so... oh yeah, so the 14 team won Blue Moon in the Winston. For the Oshkosh Series, that actually didn't race last week, funny enough. The 24 team won the nationwide race, and then the 43 team won the Cup race. That's what happened in week 3. And yeah, now we're in week 4. Now the races that aren't being shown, I'll give you the results of that one too. So for Blue Moon B, out of the 4 races, the 14 team won in Winston. One of the teams won today in this race. And then nationwide, the 24 team won. And then in Cup, the 14 team won that. So those are all the winners for this week's races. And again, obviously not going to reveal who won this one because y'all are going to have to watch this whole race and find out. Again, I see all the Skinnerd fans out there. Y'all are really still watching all those Skinnerd videos I posted from the Ryman Auditorium. The Freebird video is up to almost 2 million, so that's pretty insane. I love that y'all keep watching Gary Rossington's final time playing Freebird. Alright, so this is the choose cone, and it's not a form up, so drivers can choose whatever lane they want to start in. As they come down to the restart zone, we're going to have 4 cars on the inside, 3 cars on the outside. Coming down to the start-finish line here. Last time Car Freak got a really good bite off of turn 1, but now he's got that 5 car on the outside. Down East tried to get going early and tried to dive it low, but he was not able to get a good run. The 3 car gave Swan a pretty good push. Down East dove low. Swan's going to keep it to the outside. He is still there. See if he can try to get around that 14 car. He will not. The 14 car is clear off of 1. Pudge is what brought out that first caution after contact. Looks like they were 3 wide going through this corner back there, so this time they all make it through. Somebody got into somebody because there was a big puff of smoke. The 5 car's brakes did not work coming through that corner, but everybody stays straight. We stay green. Pudge is all over the back bumper of this 31 car trying to get around him. Oh, and they both got into the wall on the exit of that corner. Again, man, this car has 850 ponies under the hood, and these things are wild to drive. Around turn 1, Down East is still holding off Pudge, but again, Pudge is one of the best drivers in this series. Now again, something cool about Down East, he is your defending series champion for this series. Pudge is slow again into the wall. I'm not sure if that's going to be a caution. It might be. No, it sounds like they're still up to speed, so no, we're going to stay green. Pudge is having some problems coming down that bridge section on the back straight. Jeez, dude, those cars are bouncing all over the racetrack. Sorry if I'm a little lack of talk right now. I'm trying to copy this live link over to a different server right now. Alright, so Swan is in 4th. Let's see how you guys... Oh god, 2 SKR cars side by side. Pudge almost wrecked him and the 28. And Pudge is just... Actually, I think he kind of did. Pudge got hard into the wall. That slowed the 28 down. I do believe that's going to be a caution. Go inside car camera for a second. That's not a caution. I am kind of shocked by that, actually. Alright, so we stay green even with that little kerfuffle back there. And right now the 14 has a decent lead over the 31, but again, Down East, he was one of the fastest drivers here when it came to the practice times. So we're going to have to see what they can do with that 31 team. And again, Down East drives the number 16 everywhere he goes, but for whatever reason, this season he signed up with the number 31 for Colleague, and he's driving that number, I believe, in Winston and Oshkosh, and then in Nationwide and Cup, he still retained the 16, so that's good to see. I don't know about y'all, but whenever a NASCAR driver puts their name and their accomplishments behind one specific number, if they ever change numbers, it almost seems kind of weird to me. It's like, imagine if Jeff Gordon did all the stuff he did in the 24, and then he came back and drove, I don't know, like the 45, or, you know, some silly number that's not his, you know? It just wouldn't look good. Same as Jimmy Johnson. I know he came back to race and he loves racing, but him going from the 48 to the 84 just looks really strange to me. So y'all wouldn't believe this, but this 2 and 28 car, you know, they're teammates, but you wouldn't be able to tell it by how they're racing right now. Racing really hard. And again, tonight's race should be relatively short because we only have 2 stages to get to, and plus they're a little bit shorter than usual. Draythick has a little bit of wall contact coming out of that corner. Huds right now is really struggling back here in this Monster Energy car. So more news, HUD switched teams. RCR kind of vanished a little bit. They're not going to be racing as much as they had hoped, and HUDs did not want to be on that team anymore, so he decided to switch to Colleague. This is the first time that Colleague has had multiple cars on that team, maybe ever. I seem to think they may have had multiple drivers in the past at some point, but if they did, it was a long time ago. And it does look like caution is out. Pudge is way in the back, so I'm guessing he has a problem. Let's see, coming out of that corner. Yeah, I mean, considering Huds is that far ahead of Pudge, I'm guessing Pudge probably just absolutely nuked something back there. Alright, so with this caution, we're going to have a pit cycle this time, so we're going to see what these guys do when they come down pit lane. Now again, there's a button I could press where it would show the bottom of the screen. It would show, like, tire wear, fuel consumption. We're not going to show that just because we want to try to be as realistic as possible, and there's just info that normal race broadcasts would not be able to show. And yeah, I'm not really sure what the tire wear is looking like. Not really sure what Pudge is doing as he just flew up to that pack at race pace. Holy crap. Now, something a little cool here about the 14 car and the 3 car. They're obviously teammates, but Clone did not know which car he wanted to run tonight. And then, for whatever reason, the 14 team decided to make them a copy of their car with 3s on it. And yeah, Clone actually accepted, so that's pretty cool that there's 2 starry cars on track tonight. Literally everybody's going to come down pit lane. We're going to see what they do here. You can see the fuel mileage on the left side. Looks like Car Freak and Swan are kind of tied there for best fuel mileage so far. Huds has been drinking that fuel like an Irishman in a bar. Holy God. So Clone does not take tires. I think, might have been Pudge. I think Pudge might have taken tires. I thought I saw the jack go up on holy... That scared the crap out of me. This game just lagged, and I think Huds just shot out of the pits at about 250. My God. Alright, it's a little shake up here. Car Freak and Down East stay kind of in their same spots, but Clone jumps to the lead, so that's pretty cool. Now you get to see these starry cars bumper to bumper. Again, I'd say we're having a pretty decent season. This is the first time that we've ever run, at least I think it's the first time. Well, either way, it's one of the few times that we've ever run a full-length season with all 4 series running at the same exact time. I must say, that is a lot of stuff to do. That is tons and tons of racing. But everybody in this league loves what we do. Just loves how everything is organized, because we try to do the promos and the winter stuff. Alright, coming down to the front straightaway here, the 2 starry cars are going to lead us off for this restart. We're going to see what happens. Clone is actually your control car, and he went to the outside. That's a really interesting lane choice for a restart. We're going to keep the camera on him. Car Freak went hard on the brakes trying to get underneath of him. Clone is still going to get a pretty decent run. I mean, Car Freak got by, but Clone is still right there on his bumper. Oh, Drathik into the wall hard, and that's going to be a multi-car crash. Pretty decent-sized crash going across the bridge. Pudge, Swan, and Drathik all involved. Hud's got a little bit of a bump, but it did not affect him much, and actually it might have, because he just slammed that wall right there. Alright. So I do believe pits will open this time for anybody that needs it. I know a lot of these guys just came down pit lane, but I think a few of the back guys might try to get down and get fresh tires. Yeah. At this point, why not? Drathik got hit pretty hard in that, but he's actually going to stay out. Alright. With all of that happening, the 2 back cars are going to more than likely take tires and fill up on gas. Yeah, and Car Freak, he's definitely been having some good luck on restarts across all the series. Now, sometimes he doesn't have the best, and sometimes he might fall back a few spots, but for the most part, he's able to get a really good bite out of turn 1 at this racetrack. Now, you just saw Clone take the outside. It didn't really work, so you would think that he's going to take that into consideration when he chooses his lane. But I think Car Freak's going to stay locked to the bottom, so your choice is start on the outside row and actually start on the front row, or start behind the 14. So I actually think I'd go outside here. Alright, they are formed up. Clone went to the outside, and Clone actually has 2 of his SKR teammates lined up behind him, so that is 3 SKR cars lining up all together. Did not mean hit that button or that button. Sure, let's go 14 car cam for this restart, since I apparently meant to do that. You can see the rear view mirror on the top of the middle of the car there. Hard on the brakes. He tried to get in front of the 3 car. Looks like he did. Looks like they're 4 wide there for a split second. Now that worked itself out. All of them cars were door-to-door racing hard. This time Down East is able to get up to 2nd place, and now he is going to try to catch back up to the 14. Clones to the inside of the 31. Not sure how much that's going to work. Down East, late break. Oh, he hit Car Freak, and now Car Freak got walled by the 3. Here comes Clone. Wow, the 14 car just got absolutely screwed right there, so the 31 car is going to go to the lead. He's going to go into the wall. I literally think everybody went into the wall. I think there's not a single car that avoided that. And now Clone's actually going to go all the way to the lead. He got around the 31 car. That's interesting. 5 cars going to shoot up to the bottom. Clone's going to try to keep that outside momentum. Can Down East complete the pass? Looks like he will not. They're going to stay door-to-door going into this next corner. Oh, and Down East got into the inside wall. He's going to wreck hard. 14 car gets into him. That's going to be another caution flag, because that's a multi-car wreck. Wow, so the 31 and the 14 fall to 5th and 6th. That's not good. Clone's going to retain the lead, and once again, we're going to have another pit cycle if anybody wants to come. Fastest lap right now is on the left side of your screen, which is a 44.9. Yeah, man, that 31 car, he definitely has speed today, but it almost seems like anytime the 31 gets to the lead, just something happens. I don't know what that is. I'll mention something else that's pretty cool. Swan has not raced with us yet this season, and he wanted to come race with us here today. The NFRL did announce that next season, which does not start until next year, so we have tons of time, but after this season, Winston and Oshkosh will both be taking a break. So it looks like next season we're going to have only 2 series running, which I think is good because, trust me, we have a great setup for this league. We do a lot of great things, but at the same time, sometimes too much of something makes it bad. And yeah, literally, we run 4 different NASCAR style series, and it runs 4 times in a week. I don't know what the heck just happened. That bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios just exploded through that corner. Looks like everything's fine though with him. I'm really not sure what happened. And again, I just want to apologize to people that wanted to see the race of the week last week, because again, I was not feeling up to it. Just had some stuff that was going down behind the scenes, and I was just like, I don't really want to commentate. But trust me though, for the Blue Moon Speedway races, Nationwide and Cup, they both really put on great races. Alright, the 3 and the 5 on the front row. Your Season 2 Series champion, and then Clone, the driver that almost won the championship last season. Here we go to the start-finish line. Green flag is out. Pudge gave a great push to the 5 car. 14 is dead last. Don't see that too often, but there he is. Once again, that outside line did not work for that 3 car, and I'm not sure why he continues to choose it. Not sure who that is on the inside in that black car. That might be Huds in the 66. I'm shocked that everybody got through that left-hander okay. I thought somebody was going to hit the inside wall and crash. I thought Pudge was going to look to the inside of the 5. That's not going to work. Holy dive bomb blast. That's just a parking lot out of that corner. 14 car in the 66 just parked there. There's the 2. Okay, well, I'd like to see what the heck just happened in that one. So we can just do this, and we're going to back up here. Well, Pudge ended up being in the back of that, so we're going to go with him, and we're going to watch his camera. So Huds tried to go to the left. Oh, God. I think Huds kind of lag shunted him a little bit. Pudge got slow into the wall. Oh, down east actually didn't brake. That looked like the main problem with that. Actually, I want to see that from a different angle. Yeah, watch 14 car. He's in the back. You saw right there, the 14 car actually let off a little bit there, not to get into the 31. Let off right there. Oh, never mind. Down east did brake, but Car Freak punted him. And yeah, there you go. There's the parking lot. Parking lot simulator presented by the NFRL. Okay, well that's the beauty of going to instant replay, because we can really see the stuff that happened. Alright, so in all of that mess, the 14 falls to the back, which is rightfully earned with that terrible braking job. Clone keeps the lead. Draythick up in second place in that 28 car. I'm sure that's something he loves seeing right now, because their 28 team is just a little bit behind on points. They're not quite keeping up with the, should I call the A-listers of this series. Say, there's a couple drivers that seem to have speed in every series they run in. And this season so far, it has been Car Freak, Clone, and Pudge for the most part. There's lots of other fast drivers in here, but those 3, they've been near the top of points in all 3 series. Actually, since they're going to be going down pit road this time, I believe. Or wait, I can't tell. Is that a choose cone? Oh, it's a choose cone. Never mind. We're going green. Whoosh. Alright, here we go. Looks like we should have 8 laps to go in this stage. Now again, this is just stage 1, but the winner of this stage will officially get 15 driver points and 2 playoff points. Again, we have a new point system this season in Nationwide and Cup. There's a car that just dove down way to the bottom. He made it 3 wide. I do believe that's the 31 car. They were 3 wide there for a second. They are / were 3 wide there. Looks like caution flag is actually out. The cars are slowing down off pace. Again, that was kind of close. I actually almost wouldn't mind seeing the move that the 31 made on that restart. And you know what? Since we can, why not? Then look at this camera here. Let's see what just happened. He was not trying to stay in line, and right there, 3 wide between the 5. And look at that! 3 wide, 2 rows deep, because the front 3 cars were also 3 wide. For a split second on the exit there, it looked like they were 4 wide, then that quickly transitioned to 2 wide, 2 rows deep. Again, Blue Moon B is definitely one of our favorite racetracks. It's kind of like it's like an oval, but it isn't. I really don't know how to describe it. It's like a skinny version of the Charlotte Roval. Like, it's very minimalistic Roval, but it's a really cool racetrack. And speaking of racetracks, Polyphony, we could use some. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Twin Ring Motegi. Wouldn't mind seeing, just the list goes on, God. Indianapolis, Monaco, just so many great racetracks out there that we would love to race on. So pit road will open this time. Let's see if anybody comes down. The 2-car will. Is that it? Well, I mean, if you're going to dead last anyways, you might as well put fresh rubbers on her. Good lord. Gonna watch his pit stop here and see what he does. Driving that Miller Lite classic Rusty Wallace car. He actually did not take tires. He just took a splash of gas. That's even more interesting to me because we're on lap 20 out of lawnmower. But we're on lap 20 out of 26. We're coming to 6 to go. And he needed fuel. That's... I don't know about that. That's a little questionable. Alright, so you got Draythick and Down East. They're more than likely going to line up on the front row unless Draythick takes the bottom. Because Down East seems pretty loyal to the bottom side for some reason. We're going to see what they do here when they get up to the choose cone. Yeah, and Car Freak's actually going to be somebody to take the outside. I'm not sure where the other 2 cars are. Clone shows the outside, and Punch shows the outside. Okay, so there's actually 3 SKR cars in the outside row again. Alright, let's do this one more time as that jet flying by looks absolutely terrifying. Green flag is back out. Once again, Down East trying to get to the inside. Car Freak and the SKR line had a really good restart. Down East was driving it into the grass. 3 wide on corner exit. They're still 3 wide, question mark. No, Pudge backed out of it. Down East tried to back out of Draythick's way. Pudge is going to go into the wall for that one. We stay green. Starry cars are 1-2 right now. I think Down East knows what's going on right now. He knows he's faster than Draythick. He just does not want to get held up by him. But obviously you can't just absolutely punt somebody out of the way. Coming down the front straightaway here, now everybody's starting to get a little bit more spaced out. A little bit shocked at Pudge. I'm shocked he's back in 5th place. I thought he'd be a little bit closer to the front than that. But nonetheless, Clone right now is really getting close to that 14. As I say something. Down East is staying all over Draythick. Draythick's actually doing a good job of holding off that 31 car. Again, Down East seems to really like taking a very aggressive inside line on the corners. And here he comes right now. He has the lane. See if Draythick can hold the outside momentum. Looks like, wow, he actually will. Draythick is putting up a great fight against Down East. And the thing that's happening with that right now is, while Draythick battles him hard, his 2 SKR teammates are escaping with 1-2 right now. Bones car smoking out of that corner. Holy crap. Down East does officially complete the pass on the 28. Now that Down East is clear of him. Oh, is he though? I thought I was about to see that 28 car dive to the bottom. Pudge is going to go around him, and now Swan's going to try to as well. It's going to be a kind of a 2-for-1 there with the passing. Dre thick, tried to hold the outside. Looks like he's not going to be clear anymore. Swan's going to settle in front of him. Now this is the gap we want to look at here because the laps are winding down. There's just 3 laps to go. I'm not really sure if the 31 can catch the 14, but I do think he might be able to at least challenge the 3. Go to the inside car camera. What the heck is that 3 car doing? As you see there, that purple gap on the middle of your screen, that is a better lap time right there. So Down East might actually set a faster lap time than what he's already ran. Coming out of the final corner, he sees his targets in front of him. He needs to try to catch up to both cars and pass them. Because again, 2 playoff points for a stage win would really help you in the playoffs. He is purple by 1,000th. Okie dokie then. Through turn 1. Down East car looks a little bit more stable than Clone and us. It does not help that Clone got into the wall. Down East is going to try to get to the bottom. I'm not sure if that's the best idea. Now he's going to try the bottom again. Got to go back to spectator cam. Wow, looks like Down East under-braked a little bit. Clone's going to try the crossover. I don't think that's going to work. Actually, it might. Clone to the inside. See what's going to happen. Nah, Down East has the outside momentum. That's not going to work. Well, here we go. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go for stage 1. Again, Down East got held up so much trying to get around the 28 and the 3. I think Car Freak's home free. He just has to make it around this track cleanly one more time. Jeez. Both of them up into that wall. They're really trying for that second place. Because in this series, even second... Down East is so purple now that he has clean racetrack. Car Freak has a smooth corner exit. Down East a little bit more shaky. He's trying to push everything he has out of that 31 car. But coming around the final corner, Car Freak is going to do it. Car Freak wins stage 1 in the Blue Moon Beer 200. There's the checkered flag waving. Was not able to purple that best lap time. Neither was Down East. Wow, that's a shocker. But Down East will officially have the fastest lap of stage 1 and come home second place. So a very good run by that 31 car. And there you have it. There's stage 1. There's your results on the left side. Now that we got that good and done with, now it's time to move on to stage 2. And again, just like we did last time, we are going to show the full burnout process. Just like, I forget what the last race was that we did, but yeah, we actually went and showed the burnout for the winner, so we will definitely repeat that. Alright, display that. Turn, make sure that's off. Alright, I think we're good. Fastest commercial break ever. Here we are with stage 2. Something else I'll update at the end if I can remember. I am now starting to track laps led. It's something new that we've been doing this season. It involves manually going into each replay and actually scoring what laps are led by who. It's a very, very, very fun process. Trust me when I say that. But yeah. I can actually give you an update on laps led for this series. I mean, I can run down all the series, but that would take a while, so I'll just do this one, since this is the series that is racing tonight. So yeah, there were some times in that stage I wasn't really sure if Car Freak was going to be able to hold on to win that, because he was doing okay in clean air, but once Down East got to clean air, and he wasn't stuck in the draft, he was running faster lap times. But again, man, so many times it happens where the actual fastest car of the race does not win the race. Alright, so this will be choose cone out of the final corner there. Clone once again is going to go high. I just wonder, is there going to be a time where Clone ever chooses to start behind the 14 if they're ever running 1-2 on the bottom? Coming down to the start-finish line, here we go. It is time to go green once again to start stage 2. the winner of this will officially win the Blue Moon Beer 200, and they will pocket 40 driver points and 5 playoff points. Clone got a decent start there, trying to see if he can get around the 31 on the outside. I think the 31 had a little bit better of an exit. Well, no, never mind. Had a terrible exit. 3 car to second place. Pudge once again got really shaky in that corner. Drayton threw the block on the 5, and he almost threw the bumper to the 2 car and spun him out. Pudge still drifting. Still trying to save it. He is still drifting through this long winding corner. He will officially save it. That is what Pudge does. He is one of the best wheelers in this league. Holy crap. I mean, there's a 2-wide battle up here for second place. Who cares? God, that was absolutely insane. I almost want to rewind and go back to that because that was ridiculous by that 2 car. Car Freak still holds the lead, but now he's got Down East right on his bumper, and Car Freak got into the wall right there. Down East did not. And here they're coming around that corner. Almost thought the 31 was going to try to dive it low right there. Car Freak had a terrible corner exit. He's going to fall to second. He might go back to third. So I do believe the whole race, I could be wrong about this, but I do believe this is the first time that Down East will ever lead a lap in this race. Fast lap of a 45.6. Absolutely insane lap time right there. Now you got the 2 SKR cars trying to see if they can catch back up to the Call League leader. Swan has gotten back around the 2 car. But I mean, I guess if Pudge really wanted to, he could just go up there and drift back around the 5, because that's how he passes somebody here, apparently. Something also cool to notice about this 5 car, we do allow custom teams now, as long as you have a really cool name and a logo for them to go on the race cars. And with this being a late start for Swan, and probably one of the only starts he'll make this season, he's actually running a team that he created for a different league called Swanson Motorsports. And the team logo is on that car, on the bumper, and on the rear, I do believe. So yeah, this is a race where there are actually 2 custom teams with Swanson Motorsports and Stuart Keselowski Racing, so that's pretty cool to see. Wow, Down East right now actually has a little bit of a gap between the Starry cars. Holy crap, someone just get loose. Oh god, there's a car around hard into the wall. Looks like it is the 2 car once again. We're going to go back and see what happened, because caution flag is out, obviously. We're going to go to this camera and watch the 2. It looked like the 28 car was involved as well. Looks like someone might have late braked. Pudge got a crazy run out of that corner. I don't know where he got that from. Got into the brakes to stay off of the 5. Oh, wow, the 5 car got loose, got into the way of the 2 car, and Honey Nut Cheerios just completely obliterated that 2 car, so wow, that looked pretty violent. The way that 5 car braked, it looked like he was expecting the 2 car to be on his outside, and then his car got so unstable, he just could not hold it going out of that left-hander. Alrighty then, that will complete 5 laps so far, counting the warm-up lap. Now the question is, are they going to open pits this time, or are they going to try to line them up and just get them going again? Now these guys haven't been racing very long so far at this stage, however, I can understand if somebody would want to come get some fuel, because we definitely have a lot longer of a race. So where we are in the schedule right now, the cool thing is we have a break this week, so tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday we're actually not racing. Those 3 series are all on break for Easter weekend. We are going to be running the Cup Series on Monday, because that is our Identity Crisis race, where every driver in the field has to sign up with a different number than what they usually run. And we thought there was no better day to run that on than April Fool's Day, and it falls on a Monday this year, so it's absolutely perfect timing. And then the following weekend is when the bottom 3 series will all run their Identity Crisis races, so it's a shame that all 4 of them don't line up in the same week, But again, it's also understandable with, you know, April Fool's coming right after Easter, so. We'll watch the pit stall here for the 28 car. He's going to get tires and fuel. Looks like Down East will hold on to the lead. Not quite sure why the 14 fell back to 5th place, but okie dokie then. Again, man, that 31 car, he has certainly proven that he deserves to be in the topic of conversation here today. Fastest lap right now of a 44.8. If we compare right now, so Clone's fastest is a 45.4, 45.6 for Pudgy, 46.0 for the 14. So as of right now, just comparing fastest laps, Down East is 1.2 seconds faster than the 14. So yeah, Down East is dialed in today, trying to make moves to win this race. So Clone respectively goes to the outside. This time we have more cars on the outside line. How about that? 3 SKR cars and Swan there at the back. Here we go, coming down the front straightaway. They are going to go green at the line. Wow, puberty. But here we go. Green flag is out. Not sure who that is on the bottom. I think that might be Huds. Pudge just got sent off into the grass. They are 3 wide for the lead. How about Huds in that 66 car to the lead in the Oshkosh Series? Oh yeah, he's clear. They're 2 wide for second behind him, but he is clear. I'm not sure how nobody wrecked right there. Not sure what's really going on right now. Caution flag is waving right now, so that means Huds will officially get scored at least 1 lap led. That's an insane thing to happen to that 66 team. Because they're not exactly on pace with the front runners, but hey, he led a lap now. And all it is timing. Oh, they actually do go green this time already, so here we go. Down to the start-finish line. Clone got a really good start. Huds also got a good start. Huds is going to go back to the lead. And I do believe that's going to be Car Freak that's going to try to get right behind him. 3 wide for second place, including both Starry cars. Somehow Car Freak got the better of all 3 of them. Not sure how that happened. Oh, shaky. Huds. No, it's Down East. Down East is crashing in a huge pileup coming across the bridge. What a save by that 3 car not to wreck too bad there. The 31 and the 5 are wrecked at the back of the field. Car Freak's going to assume the lead somehow. We're going to re-look at that because that was pretty violent looking. Oh, so Huds got into the wall. Huds was able to actually keep his car going pretty straight. But the same can't be said for the 5 and the 31. That's unfortunate. Like, it's obviously unfortunate for the guys that crashed, but it's really unfortunate for that 66 car because, man, he was up there at the front. He was actually really trying. So, alright, pits will open again this time. We are currently about to enter lap 10 out of 36. Leader comes down, Pudge comes down. Does anybody stay out? So far, it's a no. Not really sure what the tire situation's looking like. I mean, the tires on the 31 and the 5, I guarantee you those are cooked. All right, and here they come. We're about to complete lap 10 now. Front row, the 14 and the 2. Second row is 3 and the 28. So the top 4 are all SKR cars. And you got Colleague and Down East in the back. Once again, HUD's up to the inside. Tried to make something happen. Couldn't make it happen, though. Thought I saw a car sideways. Looks like they're all fine. Yikes, that 3 car's unstable. Is car free clear of the 2? Can't really tell. Looks like he's clear now. I didn't think he was there for a second. That 3 car is doing the microwave. Coming down the back, across the bridge. Clone's doing the Casper. Not really sure where he's even going. He's going to hit the wall really hard. And the 31 just crashed hard into his rear bumper. Going to this camera to listen to the engines. Looks like they are staying green flag for now. That kind of looked like a multi-car in a way, but it technically wasn't. How about Draythick challenging up here near the front? He made a dive bomb and he made up a couple of spots to start, but then all of a sudden he fell right back. It's unfortunate there. Swan in that 5 is up to 3rd. Looks like it could have been 2nd if Pudge didn't get in the way there on the wall. That might be a caution. No, 14 cars full in the gas. They're going to stay green. 2 Colleague cars are bumping off of each other coming out of that corner. And again, man, Hudge was in a spot where he didn't know what he wanted to do, didn't know where he wanted to go, and Colleague opened the door to him, so that was pretty sick. There's a car way off into the grass. It is Pudgy in the 2 car. That might be a caution. Car freaking into the wall a little bit there. Ooh, Draythick is shaky. This little group of cars right here, they are very close together for a car with this much horsepower. And again, 850 horsepower in these monsters. Coming down the front straight, Down East is going to try to get around the 5 car. I don't know. Down East might... Oh, I thought he was going to get a 2-for-1 right there. I thought he was also going to pass the 28, but Draythick got a really good exit speed. Then he got a really good contact speed as he got into the wall right there. Swan's going to try to get around him as well. Draythick's trying to stay to the right. They are too wide. Pretty good move by Swan right there. He didn't just send it in there and move the 28 out of the way. He actually braked a little extra. So that was cool to see. So while these 2 remain too wide for whatever reason, everybody else looks like they're mainly single file. We are going to do some old school NASCAR here for a second. Let's let the sounds of these engines roar, and let's do an NFRL Crank It Up. Alright, well these cars really got a little more spread out single file, but you can see that Down East is just on another level right now. So while we compare some lap times, so back-to-back laps, 16 and 17, Down East ran a 44.7 and then a 44.8. Car Freak ran a 45.4 and a 45.5. So he is literally, dear Lord, what is that, 6 to 7 tenths off both laps? That's insane, dude. That 31 car is just... Again, Call League came into this race. They won the preseason tester stage with this car. And now they brought a really dialed up car to try to win this race. That's kind of comical to me. We do track laps led for this series, but this is the only series where laps led do not count for any type of points. But it's still almost a friendly competition to see who can still lead the most. And right now, there's really nothing that Down East, or nothing that Car Freak can do. Down East is going to get there eventually. Just curious how long this green flag run is going to last, because, I don't know, it just seems like with these cars, they're easier to crash than most of the other ones. Another lap time comparison here. Car Freak with a 45.2, Down East with a 45.1. So even when Down East is slowing down, he's still faster than that 14 car. It's just insane to me, dude. Yikes, Clone had a 46.0 and a 45.7 in back-to-back laps. I mean, if this race goes all the way to the end green, it's going to come down to fuel mileage and just tire strategy. I don't know, man. I don't think the Car Freak's going to have much to put up with that 31. All he has to do is get there, and he's slowly getting there. Like, nothing is stopping him. Just look back here. Swan's trying to catch up to the 3 car and seeing if he can try to get in the top 3. Wow, for the first time in quite a few laps, we finally have a lap time where the 14 is quicker than the 31. Who would have guessed it? 3 cars still really slow. 5 cars actually pretty slow as well. 3 car was just dead stop. Now he isn't. He just time traveled and time warped. We saw this happen a few times in this race, so it's kind of wild just to see it back on the replay now. Wow, you saw that lane shift. I like the Fast and Furious suspension that crew's working with. Alright, so Huds came down pit road. Not really sure what that's going to do with the rest of the field. But now that he came down, more than likely more cars will be coming eventually. Real quick lap time check. Down East was quicker by 2 tenths. So yeah, if he just knocks off a couple of tenths lap by lap, it's not going to take very long to get there at all. So Huds in the 66 is officially 1 lap down. But again, it looks like we might have a dear Lord, just English is hard. A full green flag pit cycle. One thing we seem to know about this 14 car, usually he can go a pretty good while without pitting, so we're going to see how that works for him this race. 45.4 is not a good lap time, especially when Down East runs a 45.1. Swan is coming down pit road, so is Pudge. Does anybody else follow them? Doesn't look like they will. So now, last place is pitted, 2 of the mid-pack cars have pitted, so when do the leaders come? And again, anything can happen in a race like this, but right now the story has just been Car Freak and Down East, which one of them can win this race. And even though this is labeled as week 4, this is technically only the 3rd race of the season. And Down East is coming down pit road. Holy crap, with 6% gas left in that tank. What the heck? He ran that sucker dry. Clone has 5. He didn't do much better. What? We're going to see what he does here. I'm pretty sure he's going to take tires. Alright, yeah, so he's taking tires. Drathic's coming down pit road as well. Wow, so those 2 SKR cars had pretty similar fuel remaining. See how much fuel Down East puts in that car. I mean, basically a near fill up with 98 gas. Alright, so Down East is coming around turn 1 right now. Let's see where Car Freak is. He's going down pit road now as well, so now we're going to have to see where he comes out at compared to Down East. So Down East pitted a lap earlier and had 6% gas remaining. Car Freak pits now and has 10%. A little bit better gas mileage, but that might be hurting his top end speed. Because again, Down East is not only dialed in with the handling of the car, but he really has the lap times down. Car Freak's going to leave pretty early with 79% gas right there. He is going to keep hold of the lead. Right now, it looks like Down East is just trying to get around his teammate, who is actually still a lap down. That is a shocker, actually. I'm not sure what Huds did in pit lane, but now he's still lapped, even after the first 2 cars came out of pit lane. That's actually kind of insanity. We have a car around in the back. It is Pudgy in the 2 car. And caution is out. There's a monkey wrench for you, because now we're going to get these cars all grouped back up for a restart. And since we can, why don't we see what the heck happened to this 2 car? With this camera to see what happens. Oh, it looks like he might have just late braked the crap out of that and then just drifted it up into the wall. Spun it around after hard contact with that wall, and that's enough to bring out a caution at this racetrack. Alright, so he's fine. Huds will be getting his lap back. Again, I mentioned it's weird to me seeing multiple cars in the Call League team, because for whatever reason, Call League has always been a single car team. Huds has to go around a whole nother lap. I'm not sure if they're going to keep it under caution. They might actually red flag it. But either way, Huds is going to try to catch back up and get around with these boys, because they are going to open pit lane next time by. Getting kind of crazy, because again, I know that Car Freak and Down East are the 2 fastest cars here, but I don't know, nothing's ever set in stone, and you just gotta, as much as you have speed, sometimes you have to have outright luck on your side, because if you don't, you're not gonna pull off a win. Again, so far this season in Oshkosh, Pudge won the Daytona opener, Car Freak won the, what was that race? The Daytona road course race. Right now, I mean, Car Freak's in a good spot, but again, he needed to keep that distance up on the 31, and I think that caution might have hurt the 14 more than it hurt the 31. Alright, so incoming pit cycle. The 14 and the 31, they just pitted, so they don't have a reason to come down pit road. I would say Swan on back, they might have a reason to try. And Car Freak fakes out, Clone fakes out, and yeah, look at that, Swan and then all the cars behind him all come down pit road. A little bit late there, but Huds does in fact come down eventually. See what Pudge does, because again, I think Pudge might have flat spotted one of his tires there. Yep, he is going to take tires. Drathik does not. I think Swan did. Yeah, Drathik's going to come out first. Well, 4th, but obviously first off pit road. Huds is trying really hard to get out of that pit lane. That took a long time because he was actually lower on gas than what they anticipated. Alright, y'all. Looks like... excuse me. I think there's going to be about 9 laps to go here. Alright, so now here's a point of interest here for Car Freak. Down East has been interested in staying low all day on the restarts. So if he goes low, Down East should stick with him, and then Clone should be able to... Wild change of hand here! Down East is going to go to the outside for the first time all day today. Alright, so what do you do to make a really good race ending? You put the 2 fastest cars of the race on the front row. So here we go, boys. Coming down the front straightaway here, this is going to be the restart. 9 laps to go. I don't know who that was that hopped outside, but I think that's Pudge in the 2 car. 3 wide in the back. Car Freak's trying to hold that bottom lane. Clone's able to get to the inside of the 31 car. That did not work out well for Down East. I think that's probably why he keeps to the inside, because he just fell back to 3rd thanks to that move. There was a car that got back into the wall. It looks like it was HUD's, judging by the arrows on that track map on the top right of your screen. Down East to the inside of the 3 car, but he did get loose on corner exit. Clone might be able to power right by him. Clone's staying high. He's staying really high. Oh, Down East had to get off of the gas. Here comes Pudge. Pudge is going to push his teammate back up into 2nd place. Oh, man, that took a lot of the 2 cars' momentum. Ooh, Clone's getting really loose. Pudge is getting really loose. All 3 of the SKR cars on the outside of that corner, they all got loose on corner exit. Did Down East get clear? He did not. Oh, no, Clone let off. That was probably a smart move. But now, it's going to come down to Down East versus Car Freak. There's a car spinning in the back. It is HUD's. No caution called yet. We stay green. Yeah, they're staying green. No caution. It was just HUD, so he did not call it. Right now, Pudge is in 2nd, or no, Pudge is in 3rd place. He might try to make a move on that 31 if he can get up to him. I don't think he's going to, though. Laps are winding down very fast. Pudge takes a little bit more of an aggressive apex there. Dove it way high, then shot it all the way to the bottom. Pudge is way off pace right now in the back. He's just trying to stay in this. Coming around this time, there will be 6 laps to go to settle it. The Blue Moon Beer 200. Down East is catching. We'll check the lap times again after this. Alright, so let's see here. Car Freak in the lead, with no draft, obviously. Runs his fastest lap of the stage, a 45.0. And then Down East just easily runs a 44.9, so there's that. Clone is back up to 4th. I'm not sure how far back he fell earlier. He might have just stayed in 4th. I'm not really looking at the drivers on the left side of the screen. Down East is literally right there. Now he does have the draft of the 14, and he's literally purple by half a tenth. Again, Call League is just on a whole nother level today. HUD's is really slow in the back. What the heck is going on with that 66 car? Like, he's practically doing the speed limit across that bridge. It looks like he's fine, I guess. Again, Car Freak knows where Down East likes to go. Down East likes to go all the way to the bottom, so that's where he needs to protect. It's that corner right there, that little left-hander before the bridge. I think that's Down East's best area for some reason. It seems like no matter who he's behind, he's just going to suck right up to the front car through that corner. Both had really good corner exits there. I think Down East might have still gotten a better corner exit, though. That's insanity. God, dude, there are 4 laps to go. The Blue Moon Beer 200 winding down. Car Freak and Down East have been the class of the field all day. Now Down East is going to try to go to the bottom. He does have a lot of draft speed. Car Freak's going to go to the bottom. Down East gets into him a little bit from the rear bumper. Car Freak's trying to hold it on the outside. Can he hold it? I think Down East is going to clear him ever so barely. Thought I saw a slow car in the back. HUD's is, wow, look at HUD's. HUD's is violently spinning through that last corner. Ooh, aggressive on the brakes from that 31. Here comes Car Freak to the inside. Car Freak's going to try to get it back around him for the lead. It looks like he will on the inside. What a move by that 14 car. What the heck is going on back here now? Draythick is slow coming out of that last corner. Caution flag is out. The yellow flag is waving. We only have 3 total laps to go. Okay, I need to see how they're going to do this here. So it looks like they're going to go green this time. They will not open pit road. I do believe they're going to red flag it so they can get whoever that back car is caught up. I think it's still HUD's. I feel bad for him, man, because that car is just, it hasn't been handling good for him. See if we can get a good camera of the cars stopped here. Well, it gives us the time to catch our breath here. My lord. Racing's been pretty good. I mean, again, for an 850 horsepower boat and a lot of green flag racing, it's actually been pretty good. Alright, and they will pick it back up to yellow flag status here. Alright, so here's the thing. All series have green, white, checkered, so, if they wreck again before coming to the white flag, that will force us to go to a green, white, checkered. So here we go. Where does each driver line up? Down east goes to the bottom. That's going to open the slot up for Clone on the outside. And now there's, once again, 3 SKR cars in that outside lane. And this is it. There's going to be 2 laps to go. They have to get to the white flag. If they don't, we're going to a green, white, checkered. If they do, next flag will end the race. Starry on the front row, Down East and Pudge in row 2. The Blue Moon Beer, 200 at Blue Moon B. Here we go. Green flag is out. And Clone got a really good push from that 2 car heading off into turn 1. Car Freak all over the bottom. Down East underbraked a little bit. He's going to see if he can try to loop around to the outside. That won't work. And how about Clone to the lead in that 3 car? Clone went all the way to the outside coming out of turn 1, and that gave him a really good run to get away from the 14. Down East tries to go left. Car Freak's going to block that. Car Freak got really close to the 3 car. That's not going to be good enough to catch up to him, though. Oh, Down East is right there. Coming out of the final corner, they have to cross the start-finish line to get to the white, and it looks like they will. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. White flag is out. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Can Clone hold off the 2 fastest cars all day today? Gets loose to the turn. Down East is way to the inside. He is really loose to the grass and almost sideways, and that's going to kill all of his momentum. He's going to fall all the way back to 5th place. Now he's in 6th, actually. But Clone is going to hold the lead coming across the bridge. Car Freak is coming. It's not over yet. Half a lap to go. Final corner. Oh, Car Freak sent it in there. He got all the way up to Clone's bumper, but Clone is going to get a smoother exit. I don't think there's enough time. I think the 14 is screwed out of luck. Out of the final corner, one of the best drivers from last season that was running for a championship, Clone is going to win the Blue Moon Beer 200 at Blue Moon B. Down East will officially bring it home 5th. How about the Starry cars running 1-2 in this race? And now we have to quickly change to the burnout replay here. That was some of the best driving I've seen out of that 3-car camp. Because literally, you had Down East and Car Freak. They weren't really running similar lap times. Obviously, they were the best cars, you could argue, today. And now, here we go. Clone in that 3-car is your winner. Now, just to bring up some stats, Clone last season was tied for most wins on a season. I do believe he had 3, and all-time he had 4, and now he has 5 wins on the Oshkosh all-time win list, and that will officially bump him to 2nd place, tied for 2nd, I should say, because Swan also has 5 wins. And that was just a fantastic race by that 3-car. Not sure what these boys are doing here. Again, this is all of the SKR camp. The other guys just backed out because they didn't really want to hang around. The race took a little bit longer than we anticipated tonight. The cars are just burning it down. See if we can get to when they get around to the front straightaway here. They did a park up. That's all fine and dandy. Here we go. Alright, so Clone's going to come around and salute these fans under these really cloudy skies here at Blue Moon B. And again, he did it, y'all. The number 3 car for Stuart Keselowski Racing. Clone Westbrook, Parker Charles. Just, again, he's one of the best Oshkosh racers we have. But again, I mentioned it earlier, sometimes you need luck, and if you have luck, you can win a race regardless of your speed, it seems like. And again, he can thank Pudge and Drathik, his two other teammates, because literally they gave him a great shot on that restart. I think Carfree could have had a better restart, except Down East was so worried about trying to get under him to pass, he wasn't trying to push him. Which, again, I guess that's respectable, because you're not trying to push an opponent. But still, great racing by Clone there at the end. Again, Carfreak had a shot. He could have gotten up there. He could have tried to send it a little bit harder in that last corner. But the way that Clone apexed it, he was able to just very smoothly get off of the corner and get full speed going through that last corner. Seeing that checkered flag, man, it was probably great for him because last season he had an incident in the championship race. He had the perfect strategy, he had the perfect tire call, had the perfect everything, and unfortunately he messed up one corner coming off the back straightaway at Circuit de la Sarthe, and then, yeah, fell short to winning the title. Down East won it ever so barely. But now this is redemption because now it's, I believe this is his third season in a row where he gets at least one race victory in the season. Oh, that is so amazing. Again, I'm happy for him as a commentator. I'm also happy for him as a teammate. Well, y'all, that has been the... me trying to change cameras. That has been the Blue Moon Beer 200 live at Blue Moon B. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And again, I do really apologize for not commentating a race last week. You never know. If I have more off time in the future, like whenever we go into our playoff break during the summertime, I might hop on here whenever I'm free and commentate a race or two. Because it's still fun. Again, I love racing in this league, but I also love commentating. They're both just very fun things to do when you love NASCAR that much. Alright, y'all. I want to officially thank you all for watching. Please, if you want to see anything else that the NFRL does, go to our videos tab or go to our playlist tab and check out, I believe it's NFRL Season 1. Check out that playlist. You can also see Cup Season 5, Oshkosh Season 3, and FES Season 3. You can see all of those series with the full playlists available on our channel. And also check out the live section in general because we have a lot of... I promise you I passed high school English. We have a lot of other live videos that we've done in the past. Also, we have a lot of toasters if you want one. Clone loves toasters, as you can see. Alright, this has been the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League. We thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next week for the Season 6, Week 5 Race of the Week.